goals. Are you... what? Done on the counter twice? Are you mad? Burke scores 2-2. 4 minutes later, we're in stoppage time. All you need to do to secure the point is just sit there and clear the ball. But no, you let him in. You let him in. We're falling apart. We are falling apart. This reeks of Ipswich last year. It does. It just reeks of Ipswich last year. Start off really well. Oh yeah, we're going to piss this league. Then suddenly they start to get found out a little bit. And it tails off. This is a hard league to get out of. This is a hard league to get out of. And game by game, I'm losing confidence in this group of players. Why is Keane Lewis-Potter not playing? Where was George Honeyman tonight? What is his agenda against Keane Lewis-Potter? He had to isolate because of some tests. Came back. Fair enough, the Ipswich game or whatever, he wasn't fit. That's fine. I can deal with that. But to not start him against Stevenage, to not start him in any game since then, where, yes, Wilkes scored tonight. Yes, Wilkes scored tonight. But where, against Shrewsbury, both Wilkes and Adelkin were anonymous. Where McGuinness was anonymous. Where Eves has hardly performed all season. We're back in this merry-go-round again. I can see it starting. It's going to start again. We're going to have McGuinness, Eves, McGuinness, Eves, McGuinness, Eves, McGuinness, Eves. It's just going to keep happening and happening and happening until Grant actually comes up with any tactical knowledge. How hard is it to switch system? We are getting found out, and it's happening so quickly. It's just in the blink of an eye. We're getting found out, and it's the smaller teams or the teams lower down in this division that found us out first. Oxford, yes, a false position. We scrape a draw there. Yes, we should have won that, but it's still a draw against the team in 20th place. Then Shrewsbury, yes, they've just got new management. Yes, yes, they've got experience. They've got Charlie Daniels and Matt Pugh. Two experienced Premier League players. When they step down to this division, it should be a piece of cake for them. But it's embarrassing how when we've got such a big run of games coming up, we've got Portsmouth next. They're in third. Then we've got Sunderland. They beat Lincoln 4-0. They're pushing for the playoffs. They've got Lee Johnson as their manager. He's a good manager. He's a champion. He is a top half championship manager. With the right team, we saw it with his Bristol City team. With the right team, he can push for playoffs. He can get in the playoffs. And once he gets in there, you've got to back Lee Johnson with a good chance of winning it in the championship. If he's got the right set of players. Now, I said it last time. Teams like Peterborough are better teams than us. They're going out and beating teams 3-0, 4-0, 4-1. Johnson Clark-Harris scored a hat-trick in 20 minutes at the weekend. He's the sort of player we need. We saw when they played us earlier this season, he needed one opportunity. One chance. That's all he needed. He was quiet for the rest of that game, but we gave him one little sniff. Bang. That's where it was. That is where it was. We have Charlton fans saying Marcus Madison's class. I don't know what was wrong with him last year, whether the Championship's just a step too high for him, but there's players in these teams that we need, that we don't have. I don't know when McCann's going to get some common sense and start James Scott up top as a number 9. It doesn't take much. He's played there for Motherwell. He played there for Motherwell. Motherwell rated him highly, and they played him in his correct position, and he shone. It was brilliant. But McCann has a thing with making strikers into left wingers. Lewis Potter, it's worked. Scott, it hasn't. With James Scott, it hasn't worked. Putting McGuinness left wing, he did it last season, he did it at the weekend. Is he mental? I know I keep dwelling on the Shrewsbury game, but I feel as though I have to. Do you know what I mean? I feel as though I have to. Because that game, it showed our weaknesses. And again, tonight, counter-attacks. The first goal, it happened through that. We took the lead. Malik Wilks, he got the ball. He got the ball played into him, looped it over the keeper. It's an absolutely brilliant, brilliant finish. It's a brilliant finish. In the first half, we were on top. From what I've read, because it's an away game, I've not got this game. From what I've read, we were on top. We had it cleared off the line. We had chance after chance after chance. Slater was making runs. Scott was having efforts. Scott was putting pressure on their defence. Malik grabbed a goal. Elder crossed it in. Wilkes took a touch, looped it over the keeper. Then their first goal on the counter just hit. Then the second half, we started off quick. We started off bang on it. Doherty laid it off for Scott. Great strike, but Maxwell tipped it over the bar. Free kick for the Tigers. Slater whipped it in. We were causing them problems. We made substitutions. We brought on Lewis Potter. We brought on McGuinness. Lewis Potter needs to start. Scott needs to start up front. Anderson scored in the 67th minute after we'd put pressure on. On the counter. On the counter. It just says here, we're all over him, come on boys. Blackpool fan replied, you are. Why did you take off your tall striker, referring to Eves? It was causing us trouble. Ridiculous, ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Another counter-attack. To quote Lee Judges, he's done it again. The little bastard. Another sub. Adelican came on for Slater. Then we scored. Burke scored. 90th minute. Now it's hold on. It's hang on for dear life. Elder crossed it in from the corner. Berg headed it past. All we need to do to get the point is sit. But we conceded. And the next game we'll play the exact same tactics that got found out last year without Bowen and Grzycki. And even with Bowen and Grzycki. Start of January when we still had them, we tanked it. We tanked it. Nottingham Forest on Boxing Day. Yes, they were a good team last year. They still are a good team. But we tanked it then. We didn't show up. Towards the end of his time with us, Bowen was scoring less and less. And then it got to January. and we tanked it. We won on New Year's Day, and right after that, the Chelsea game was good, but we turned up then. Other games we didn't turn up. We turned up because it was a big side and the stadium was full. We had that high, and then to have such a come down from from the stadium at full capacity back to less than 10,000 in the ground every week. We tanked it. We did tank it. And the tactics got found out. And next game against Portsmouth, we'll still line up with the same 4-3-3, with the same useless tactic. See, it's a good formation. It's worked for us this season. But when the opposition know that McCann's so one-dimensional and know he won't deviate away from that, they'll set up to nullify our threats. They'll set up to nullify the way we play with Emmanuel. It wasn't Emmanuel tonight, but our full-backs pushing up high. Our pressure. It will, with McGuinness or Eves in the middle, just lump it up to them and see what they can do, hold it up, whatever like that. It will get found out, and we will get... We will get found out, we will get nullified, and I'm worried for Portsmouth. I'm worried. I am absolutely crapping my pants at the thought of playing Portsmouth. Yes, we've got a better record than anybody else at this stage of the season, but it's slowly unravelling. The paper that covered the cracks is coming off, and the cracks are starting to show. We weren't going to win every game this season. We weren't going to do that. It's a hard league. But the defending is absolutely horrendous. It needs sorting out. Otherwise, this first 15 games of the season, where we floored it, we were brilliant. Nobody could touch us, bar Peterborough, Fleetwood and Swindon. The Swindon one's still embarrassing as well. It's the little teams. They're the ones that found us out. Fleetwood were struggling at the time. They found us out. Peterborough, they're a good side. You expect that. But it's the teams who aren't doing well that are finding us out. You can't defend like that and expect to win games. It just isn't gonna happen. Udo on Saturday gave him a right run around. Gary Medine off the bench gave him a good, runabout as well. It was a winnable game, but the defending mucked it up again. I love Burke and Greaves. Greaves, he always has my respect. He did a lot for me by coming on my podcast and whatever. But Device, surely now you have to be thinking, should we give him another go? Because surely, he can be worse than that. And I think with that we'll say rant over. But as I say, Portsmouth, at this rate, they will absolutely walk over us. And we need to knuckle down and work. We need to just battle back. We need to go again and work on what's gone wrong. Tonight, Shrewsbury, Oxford, harking back to Peterborough, Fleetwood, Swindon. The games that we've lost this season, we need to work on what let us down in those games. Even in some of the wins, they should have been more comfortable where we were holding on at the end. Wimbledon's a notable example of that. We shouldn't have been clinging on for dear life. We had chances. It's chance taking earlier in the season. And now it's not only chance taking, but it's making sure that when we're ahead, we can defend like we did these first 10, 15 games. This one's been a bit longer, I know that, I recognise that. But I think all I've said has substance to it. I think all I've said has, a reason behind it. I'm not just waffling for the sake of it. But, yeah. I think it might be time to bring back Joe's wanted 11 in the preview, boys. That's all I'm saying. Right then. I'll see you lot later. Bye-bye. Come on, City. Sort it out for crying out loud.